What's up, everyone? My name is Mr. 8, and today I'm going to show you how to play any song in the world on the piano as long as it's in the key of C. It doesn't have any chords that go outside of the key, and it only uses triads. But anyway, so let's go through those 5 steps. Step 1 is you need to know the notes on the piano keyboard. Step 2 is you need to know how to read a lead sheet. Step 3 is you need to be able to play bass in your left hand. Hello, left hand. Step 4 is you need to know your triad shapes in the right hand. And then step 5, you need to know how to voice lead. So let's go step by step. Let's learn the notes on the piano keyboard. I'm going to give you some dang good advice. So let's look at the piano. Now you'll see that there's patterns of black keys here. You have 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, and so on and so forth. Now, in between these 2 black keys is the note D. In between these 2 black keys is D. Now this is a D, that's a D, this is a D, this is a D, okay? And then we have these 3 black keys, and in between these 3 black keys, the note to the left is a G, and the note to the right is an A. So here's my dang good advice. When we have the 2 black keys, the note in the middle is D, and then we have G and A in between the set of 3 black keys, so dang good advice. D, G, A, D, G, A. And the way the musical alphabet works is the same as our regular alphabet, except it repeats after G. Let's start on any note. We have A, so A, B, C, just like the regular alphabet, D, E, F, G, but then it goes back to A. But since you have my dang good advice, you have some anchors within this pattern. You know that in between the set of 2 is D, and then we have G and A in between the set of 3. So now let's get to our second step. Second step, you need to be able to read a lead sheet. So let's look at a rhythm section lead sheet here. You'll see chords and slashes and bar lines. So this represents 1 measure of musical time. So each one of these chords is played for 1 measure, and each one of these measures is 4 beats long. So it's C, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you would read a basic rhythm section lead sheet. Step 3, let's learn how to play a bass line. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand and you're going to put your pinky on a really low C. So I'm putting it on the lowest C on my 49 key keyboard. And each finger is going to be assigned to a key. So pinky on C, ring on D, middle on E, index on F, and thumb on G. Play those notes and try to keep your fingers from buckling. You don't want to buckle at the knuckle, that's this. You don't want that. You want your fingers to be nice and curled. You want it to look effortless and be able to play easy. So just go through, and then when you have to play an A, you're just gonna move your thumb up. If you look at your hand, the biggest space is in between your thumb and your index finger. So anytime today, when we have to put a space in a shape, you're always gonna put it between your thumb and your index finger. You're always gonna move your thumb out. So let's look at our lead sheet and let's play the bass. So we have C, 2, 3, 4, then we have A, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. And now let's play the same thing with a groove. So we're just gonna make sure that we're feeling that beat in our bodies and that we are reading our chart. 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. All right, step 4, we're gonna learn our 3 different shapes with the right hand. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand and put your thumb on C. And each finger is going to be on a key. So thumb on C, index on D, middle on E, ring on F, and pinky on G. So they're all next to each other. And this first shape, you're gonna play thumb, middle, and pinky. And the note you're looking at for the chord is your thumb. So I'm gonna take this shape and I'm thinking C. I'm thinking a C chord when I play this. Now take this shape and I just want you to move it up and down. You don't have to play anything fancy. You're just gonna move it up and down. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to build muscle memory so that you could just take your hands off. You can look at the piano, you can look at any key there, put your thumb down, like let's say I want to play a chord starting on this D. I'm going to put my thumb down there, and I have my shape, thumb, middle, pinky. All the fingers are next to each other, and your thumb has the root of the chord, okay? That's shape 1. All right, so now let's play some chords together on the piano. I'm gonna call them out, and then I want you to put your hand there, and then I'm gonna get my hand there too. But don't look at my hand, you look at your hand and look at your thumb. All right, 2, here we go. We're gonna start with G, so find G, put your thumb there, and play. 1, 2, 3. Now find D, put your thumb where D is, and here we go, play. 2, 3, 4. Now how about A, find A, and now we're gonna play. 2, 3. One more last one. How about E? Find E. And now we're going to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hopefully you feel comfortable with shape 1. You can get by and do a lot of things with shape 1. You can play Lean on Me with shape 1. You know, you can do so much with shape 1, but there are 2 other shapes. So, like I said before, if you're ever going to put a space inside of your shape, it's always going to be in between your thumb and your index finger. So I want you to put your hand to play a C chord in shape 1 with your thumb on the root. And now I want you to move your thumb out. Don't move your other fingers, just move your thumb and practice that. Practice moving your thumb out from shape 1 to this new mystery shape. Okay. Now, the root of the chord in this second shape is with your middle finger. So you're going to put your hand down again, move your thumb out, and notice that your middle finger is on E. You're going to play thumb, middle, pinky again. But now you should be looking at the note that's underneath your middle finger. Take this shape and move it around. Just like before, you're going to make it so that it's easy to play. You don't want it to be difficult. You don't want to have to reset all your fingers. You want to think, okay, my middle finger has the root. It's this shape. And then you go and play it. All right, so I'm going to say the name of a chord. You're going to play it just like before. Let's start with D. So find D, 2, 3, 4, and play. 2, 3, 4. All right, now you're going to do G. So find G, make sure there's a space, and play. 2, 3, 4. How about C? Move to C and play. 2, 3, 4. One more, F. Find F. 3, 4, and play. 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So now we have to do our last shape, which is the most difficult shape. I'm kidding, it's still really easy. This one, the root is in your pinky, and it has a space. So let's put your pinky on G, put the space there, so kick out your thumb. Now, what's different between shape 2 and shape 3 is that in the middle voice, you're not playing your middle finger, you're playing your index finger. So here's shape 2, there's shape 3. One more time, here's shape 2, there's shape 3. Your pinky has the root of this chord. So when you're looking at the chord symbols, the letter is going to match up with your pinky. So if it says C chord, you're going to move your pinky so it's on C. You're going to make sure there's a space, and you're going to play thumb, index, pinky, C chord. So if I said E minor, you're going to move your pinky to E, and you're going to play thumb, index, pinky. Now, there's minor chords, there's major chords, there's diminished chords. As long as it's in the key of C, you don't have to worry about the quality of the chord. That's the major and the minor and the diminished. You're just looking for the letter for right now. So let's play some chords together. Here's our groove again. And let's start with a C chord. 2, 3, 4. Make sure you have that space and your index finger plays the root. Now let's find an A. Here we go. A, 2, 3, 4. And what about an E chord? Get your pinky on E, put that space there. Thumb, index, pinky, 2, 3, 4. And now a G. Do a nice low G. G, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was the fourth step. Fourth step is know your shapes. And the last step is being able to voice lead. So here is our song from before. I could play them all with one shape. I can play them all with shape 1. I can play them all with shape 2, or all with shape 3. But I want to be able to make the least amount of movement here possible. First of all, it makes it easier to play. Second of all, it sounds better. So what you're going to do is you're going to play your first chord whatever way you want. I'm going to play it where I'm in shape 2. My middle finger is on the root. There's a space, thumb, middle, pinky. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the next chords. The next chord is A minor. And I'm going to look around where my hand is right now, and I'm going to find the nearest A that my thumb, middle, or pinky can play. That nearest A is right here, where my thumb could play. Okay, my thumb's there. So that means I can move my thumb and play the shape where my thumb has the root, There's no space, it's thumb, middle, pinky, and that is an A chord. I don't have to think about all the notes in the chord. I think about the shape and where that shape is nearest to my hand, my current hand position. So here's my C chord with the root in the middle, and then I have my A chord, and finding my nearest A, it's with my thumb, play thumb, middle, pinky. Now the next chord is a F, so where is the nearest F? Where's the nearest F I can play with my thumb, middle, or pinky? It's up here, it's with my pinky. Now I could play this, but this is not the correct shape. It's the right note, it's the wrong shape. Remember, we want to have that space in between your thumb and your index finger. So I'm going to move my whole hand over, keep my thumb there. There's a space between my thumb and my index finger. I'm going to play thumb, index, pinky for this one. Remember, my pinky has the root. The reason why you want to make sure you use the same fingers every time is every time you do it the same way, you're going to gain muscle memory. So make sure it's the same way. The next chord is a G. You have two options. You can go up to a G over here, or you can go down and play a G down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, because this chord progression, like most other chord progressions in music, is going to repeat. And since it's going to repeat, I want the end to voice lead into the beginning. We're here with our F chord, and I'm going to go down to G with my thumb. That means it's thumb, middle, pinky without a space. Okay. And I could do that. I can write it out if I need to, but really, you should just be looking at where the letter is in relation to those three fingers. C, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. Now you can start with any finger on the root. I can start here with my pinky on that first chord, and then I would do the same process. Look for the nearest A with my thumb, middle, or pinky. It's with my middle finger. It's right here. Thumb, middle, pinky for that shape. Make sure there's a space. There it is. Next chord's F. I'm looking for the nearest F. There it is with my thumb, middle, pinky, no space. And the nearest G is right here. Or I can play it here. I know the shape, I don't have to think about it, it just magically happens. Now, that's just one hand. We need to be able to play both hands. So to play both hands, what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand and put it where we had it before, where the lowest note is with the pinky, and then you're going to play your right hand with whichever shape you want to start your chords, and then you would go and read your chart. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's do it with the groove. 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have to think about the shapes anymore. My hands just know them. I'm just thinking about the letters related to those fingers, either your thumb, middle, or pinky. And that's how to play pop piano. This is the kind of piano playing that I'm talking about, where your left hand plays the bass line and your right hand plays the chords. It should be easy to do, and it is, because it uses muscle memory. Muscle memory. You just gotta know the notes on the piano, and how to play a bass line, how to read a lead sheet, and these shapes over here in your right hand, and how to put them together to make smooth voice leading, and it's easy. So let's go. 5 steps.